Hey everyone, it's Saf, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. So I haven't done a book video in quite a long time, and as you probably know, I love reading. I'm completely obsessed with books, so doing a video like this just makes me very, very happy. This is a collection of books that I have been given over Christmas and that I've bought myself with gift cards and things like that over the kind of Christmas period, and there is quite a few, so I am so excited to read these because I've heard so many good things about them. If there's light variation, it's because I'm sat next to a massive window and the clouds are deciding to just be they're not really responding very well to me filming a video today. I got these for Christmas, and when I said on my story that I was never gonna take them off, I fully wasn't joking. They're so comfy. Like, I fully haven't stopped wearing them. They're so comfy. But my trousers are, like, my jeans are too long, so I keep having to, like, tuck my jeans into my Uggs because I don't want to get, like, dirt on the bottoms of my jeans. Let's jump straight into it, and let's do this book haul of 2022. Okay, to start off, I have Midnight in Everwood. So this was actually given to me by my best friend, Brooke. She sent it to me for Christmas, and I'm currently reading it, and I'm like just over halfway through. When I say I'm obsessed, I fully mean I'm obsessed. It is absolutely amazing. I think the first like few chapters I was like, okay, when is this gonna like change? When are we gonna like find where the character development is going? Where are we gonna note what she wants in life and what the character is kind of trying to deal with? When are we gonna like click, oh, this is happening? And it did happen just when I was kind of getting to the point of like, where is this going? It happened, and it happened all so quickly, and I was like, so I completely fell in love with it. It completely sent me into like the zone, and if you like are an avid reader, you'll know exactly what I mean by the zone. Like, you get like lost in it. So I definitely got lost in it. It's basically an adaptation on the Nutcracker story, which we all are very familiar with, and it's basically a brand new take on it, and I absolutely adore the take. It is so good, and they say the word sapphire a lot, so it's been really weird to like read my name in a book, because half of the stuff that's in the venue that we're in for most of the story, a lot of the stuff is a sapphire color. I don't really want to give very much away, because all I know when I started it was that it was an adaptation on the Nutcracker, and that my friend was like, I read this in like so quickly, and then had to get you a copy, so I was like, so it is so good. I'm absolutely obsessed, and the version that I got is actually signed. So yeah, I'm really excited to continue reading this. It is fantastic. Would definitely recommend it. I mean, I haven't read the rest of it, but I'm really enjoying it so far, so. Next up, we have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've heard so many good things about this book. I know it's been around for a while, but I feel like I kind of have missed the little trend train for this book. I know so many people say it's really emotional, so I'm ready with the tissues for this one. But it's kind of like a Hollywood-esque retro vintage feel, I think. So, bearing in mind, I haven't read it yet, obviously, and I'm just going off what the back says and what I've heard on reviews. By the looks of it, because I'm like one of those people that likes to like flip through it, and I feel like that probably spoils the fun. But there's some interesting things that look like tear-outs from newspapers, which I love the kind of concept of that. They look like newspaper tear-outs or like articles and things, so I'm kind of excited to see what this is about. But I've heard so many good things. A lot of YouTubers that I watch have spoken about this book. A lot of Instagrammers have spoken about it, saying that they cried and like read it within a day and things like that, so I'm very excited to read this. I think I'll be reading this next. If you have read, by the way, any of these books, please let me know in the comments what your thoughts were and like how much you enjoyed them, whether you'd recommend them to other people, because obviously I can't say like my reviews because I haven't read them yet. This is purely a haul, so let me know in the comments like which ones of these books you've read and how much you enjoyed them. So yeah, I really am excited to read this. The The next one is Circe. I fully have had to look up how to say it because I have now found out I've been saying it wrong. I've been saying, like, calling it Cirque for a very long time, and I cannot believe no one's told me I've been saying it wrong. I've spoken to so many like book readers about this book and no one's corrected me. So this is Circe. The book that everyone raved about before this was the Song of Achilles, and I still haven't read that one either. I'm kind of very late. I seem to be really late to trends because I end up reading books again, like the Harry Potter series and stuff I've like read again, and like classic vintage books. So I'm not always on it with these trends of books, and I'm never normally on the kind of new bestseller stuff because I like to read the older stuff. And also sometimes I go through patches where I don't have enough time to read, so I kind of fall into like a book slump for like a month or so, and once the month is over I've already missed like 4 book trends. So this is Circe. I have like literally no idea what it's about. Like I fully don't know. The only thing I know is that it seems like kind of Greek mythology, if I'm right. A lot of people have told me to read this book, so I am going into it kind of blindly because I don't know much about it. But from everything everyone said, it feels like it's going to be a book that I'm going to really enjoy. We will see how it goes. Also, it is shortlisted for the Women's Prize of Fiction 2019, so that's pretty cool. But I'm very excited to read this. Next up is The Secret History. I've had this in my save for later list on Amazon for longer than I can remember. I fully have had this in my save for later for ages, and I have finally bought it. It is so beautiful. I'm absolutely terrified of damaging it. Like the way the book is just so pretty. It feels so smooth and lovely, and oh, it's gorgeous. It was published in the early 90s, so it's kind of like a modern classic, so I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. I mean, a lot of the stuff is it's got like lots of different vibes within it. But yeah, as this says here, haunting, compelling, and brilliant, that just feels like a vibe to me. But as I said, it's just such a beautiful book, and the pages are so light. Next up, we have The 8 Detectives. It doesn't actually say the. Next up, we have 8 Detectives. Look at how cool this book is. Oh, I don't want to bend it. Like, so cool. So I was on FaceTime to Brooke, who got me Midnight in Everwood. We were talking about different books that we were reading, and she was saying, oh, I just finished 8 Detectives and you have to read it. It's really good crime fiction. I'm not normally a crime fiction reader. I do it sometimes, but I sometimes find it way too intense because I can't put the book down and suddenly it's finished. And I hate when like a book is finished so quickly. A book that I read that was similar to that kind of feel was People Like Her. I read it within like a day because I was so obsessed, and it was one of those like proper crime fiction where like every chapter was gives me chills just thinking about it because of how intense that book was. But I hated how it finished so quickly because I couldn't put it down. I don't normally read crime. This, like, it looks so good. It's based in the 1930s, so I seem to go with like books that are based in different eras to now because why not? But yeah, I'm very excited about this. Next is You and Me on Vacation. I originally knew this book as People We Meet on Vacation. A lot of people are talking about it at the moment, lots of people reading it and reading it very quickly. So had to jump on this train before I missed it because as we know, I miss all of the trend trains for these books. So I've jumped straight on this train. It looks so good. It looks so good. 2 best friends, 10 summer trips, and their last chance to fall in love. From what I know, it seems that like they've been on all these trips and stuff, and like it's all gone wrong, and then they have to try and fix it. So it does seem really good. I love a good romance book, so I read a lot of romance and I really enjoy romance. This looks like a kind of sapph read, but it also sounds like really intriguing. Like I'm fully so intrigued by this. I'm also intrigued as to why it's a different name. Next is The Seven Sisters. This was given to me by my mom. I adore Lucinda Riley's writing. My favorite book literally ever is a book called The Italian Girl, which is by Lucinda Riley. Absolutely adored it. Obsessed. It was amazing. I can't wait to just delve into this. Next, we have the 5 a.m. club. I am one of those people, I get up at 6 every day. I go to the gym really early and I'm up and out. Like, I don't like laying in very much. I don't, even when I've got a day off and I don't have to get up early for the gym, like on a weekend, I still like get up before 8. So I'm always very up and about. Hearing about this book was like really interesting. I don't think I'll be joining the 5 a.m. club anytime soon. I feel like 5 a.m. is a little bit early for me, but turn this into the 6 a.m. club and I am there. My mom got me this again for Christmas because I said about it. She was asking me what I'd like for Christmas and I did say about this book. This is the kind of book that is going to really motivate me for the rest of the year. Last but not least, we have Magpie. So I read about this in a magazine. I was reading the Cosmopolitan. I read about it. It was like a book list, books that you need to read that will be really good and that you'll enjoy. So this was one that caught my eye. I was like, this looks really interesting. It's a crime fiction. Also, I thought I ordered a paperback, but ended up getting a hardback, which looks so nice and is really pretty. And like even the front has like the feathers of the magpie feather have like iridescent bits in it. It's like really pretty. It looks really good. I haven't heard anybody else talk about it so much. I think I may have heard one YouTuber talk about it and say that they loved it. So there we go. That is my book haul for 2022. I will let you know how I find them and if I've enjoyed them over on my Instagram. So make sure you go and follow my Instagram because I'll put like little mini reviews about all of these books on there onto my Instagram stories. So make sure you're following there to find out how I found them. Also let me know in the comments if you've already read any of these. Please no spoilers because we don't want to spoil the books for anyone and obviously I haven't read them yet, so please no spoilers, please. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my book haul. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!